The battle between Delhi University and the UGC has taken another big twist. The latest that we are getting in at this point of time, the embattled Vice-Chancellor has not quit and the FIUP row is far from over. There is no relief for the students and the battle now moves to the court with the UGC diktat being challenged by an Executive Council member close to the outgoing VC. All right, let's cut across at this point of time. My colleague Aditi Anant Narayanan reporting from Delhi University joining us live at this point of time. Aditi, any clarity on the status of the VC at this point of time? For some reason, Madhu Kishtwar, believed to be close to the VC, has come out and said that he hasn't yet quit.
Absolutely no clarity at this point of time, Preeti. What is surprising is there was an official message which was sent out by the Vice-Chancellor's office itself, which clearly said that it is official that the Vice-Chancellor has resigned, and somehow there's happened to be a sudden U-turn in this entire case of the resignation of the Vice-Chancellor. In fact, I have with us Professor Nandita, who is heading the Delhi University's Teachers Association. Ma'am, now suddenly reports coming in that the Vice-Chancellor, Dinesh Singh, has not resigned. He's just offered to resign.
I think the drama is going on. It is like one of those hostage dramas where you have a terrorist holding the entire university and all those 3 lakh student applicants to ransom. I mean, what does he think he is doing? Doesn't he know the rule of law? He cannot overstep his powers. Whatever the powers the UGC has and the central government has, they've only exercised those powers. And we have to fall in line with, as far as recognition of degrees is concerned, the length of the degree is concerned, where the infrastructure is concerned, we are dependent on them for the funding. So this is what the law of the land is. The Constitution of India has this role given to central government. He should accept moral responsibility for holding this university to ransom and putting it through this really terrible period of last year where the substandard courses were thrust on them, and he must resign immediately.
You were one of those few people who were relieved after you got the news about resignation of Dinesh Singh. Do you think now the entire UGC versus Delhi University war will just escalate if he's not tendered his resignation?
No, I think it's just a matter of time. Now there's just this little shadow boxing going on, but I think it will resolve itself very quickly because he cannot not obey those instructions, and the university must issue guidelines immediately to colleges about the admission process, which must begin as per the recommendation that have been made, and so that the process can begin immediately and normalization can happen.
And do you think that a solution can be made only and only if the current Vice-Chancellor steps down from his position?
Apparent that since he's not, if he gracefully had accepted this whole thing, then there would have been no problem. Although we would have still demanded his resignation because of all the things that he has put us through and he's culpable of, and all the severe financial and other misgovernance that we have seen. But irrespective of that, at least the admission process could have begun, and the process of normalizing the second year and third year of the existing FIUP students, that could have begun. But this is absolutely criminal. I mean, this is unprecedented in the history of this country. I think nobody's behaved like this, and action must be taken against him immediately, and so that he is removed and this process can then begin to normalize.
Clearly, Preeti, the confusion is continuing in Delhi University. In fact, Preeti, I also have students who had enrolled last year in the FIUP program. Some of them are standing right with us. You guys had enrolled in the FIUP program last year. You are also demanding a rollback of the FIUP. What shortcomings, since 1 year you have studied in that course, what shortcomings have you found out in that particular course?
Ma'am, the first thing which we found out in FIUP, that's a waste of time. It's a bullshit. What we are being taught, we were being taught what is prime number in maths. Okay? What is prime number in IT? We were being taught how to make an...
Do you think a rollback of FIUP will be beneficial for you as a student and for your future?
Yes, ma'am, for sure it will be beneficial for us.
So the chorus clearly is loud enough here in North Campus of Delhi University, Preeti, that the Vice-Chancellor should not only step down, but there should be a rollback of FIUP at this point of time. But however, there is no clarity as such. When are the admission processes going to start? Who is the current Vice-Chancellor of Delhi University? And what will be the future and fate of the thousands of students right now who have assembled and gathered in the national capital, hoping that the admissions to the Delhi University 2014 batch will start sometime soon?
Stay on with us, Aditi. We're going to come back to you in just a short while. We're getting the very latest from the ministry, HRD ministry at this point of time. And I'm going to cut across to my colleague Maushmi there. But to quickly update our viewers with the latest bit of breaking news that we're getting in from the ministry, a high-level meeting at the HRD ministry as we speak taking place. Meeting of Education Secretary, the UGC chairperson and other officials of the HRD ministry. The meeting comes after sources close to the VC declined reports that he had quit at all. Well, that's the latest that we're getting in at this point of time, and my colleague Maushmi keeping a keen eye on this meeting, which is being chaired by none other than Smriti Irani, the HRD minister, alongside the Education Secretary, the UGC chairperson and other officials of the HRD ministry. No representative from the Delhi University here. Maushmi is with us. Maushmi, can you get us quickly up to speed of this high-profile meeting which is taking place at the ministry at the HRD ministry? Maushmi, can you hear me? All right, we seem to have lost our phone connect with Maushmi. We're going to try and re-establish that. But to put things in perspective for our viewers who are joining us at this point of time, earlier on, heavy drama. There was word, an official statement, in fact, had come out from the Delhi University, which had said that the Vice Chancellor had stepped down. Now, just about 20 minutes back, Madhu Kishwar, reportedly close to the Vice Chancellor, has come out and said that the VC hasn't resigned. He has offered to resign. Now, once again, the saga continues. The latest that we can report from the HRD ministry is that a high-level meeting chaired by Smriti Irani is taking place at the HRD ministry. Let's listen in to reactions that we're getting in. We're going to try and cut across to those as well. But the latest developments as we speak, as we speak at this point of time, a high-profile meeting taking place at the HRD. Now, this meeting has come after sources close to the Vice Chancellor of the Delhi University claim that he has not resigned. The other that we can confirm for our viewers at this point of time, students, once again, 2.5 lakh and over students, educational future lies in limbo as we speak, and that is what Aditi Anant Narayanan is reporting from the Delhi University. She has a band of students with her from the first-year college who think that they've been nothing else but guinea pigs in this entire operation. All right, we are getting in a guest as well at this point of time. I'd like to connect. I believe we are being joined by Amrita Dhawan, former president, DUSU NSUI and leader from the Congress. Amrita, the first question I'd like to ask you, in this whole political slugfest, who do you think suffers most? The NSUI, the ABVP fighting, but what about the 2.5 lakh students?
No, that is what we are actually worried about, because the resignation of Vice Chancellor is not going to serve any purpose, and this was not ever on our agenda. Our agenda is that we should roll back FIUP and we should reinduct certain kind of a revival structure so that those people, those students who enrolled last year can also be adjusted via curriculum in such a way that their future is also not ruined. Because basically we have to see one thing in this, that the entire scenario was actually mishandled by the current government. Current government could have, interfered in a way that a middle path could have been, found between UGC and Delhi University authorities. But they prefer to sat away from it and run from the responsibility to actually sort out this issue.
It's quite interesting,
so
Amrita.
It's quite saffronization of education system and hampering the autonomy of the university is actually the agenda of BJP government. Which
it's quite interesting. It is quite interesting that you're once again quoting that you've been fighting, that NSUI is fighting for the benefit of the students whose lives hang in balance. But interestingly, your comments have absolutely nothing to offer to them, but has once again resorted to a political slugfest.
We have to see this in. We have to see in this thing in two contexts. One is that the autonomy of Delhi University should not be misused by any Vice Chancellor, first thing. Secondly, that Vice Chancellor could have actually found some way out being on the position as a Vice Chancellor and try to roll back this decision, because this is an anti-student program which is every student is against this, majority of the students are against this. But instead of fulfilling that responsibility, and that on that front where DUTA is actually playing entire politics, because there are so many sections within the teachers, one is a pro-VC, one is anti-VC. Because of that mess, students are actually suffering.
Exactly, and you're trying to contextualize something, but the NSUI on the ground is only painting it in political colors, Amrita. You have to understand that. Aditi is still with us from the Delhi University. We're going to just come back to Amrita in just about 2 minutes. Aditi, at this point of time, what is being contended is the level of autonomy that the Delhi University actually enjoys, because as we do know with what's been taking place in the day and a half, it clearly seems that they've been pretty much arm twisted.
Absolutely. In fact, the professors who are believed to be from the Vice Chancellor's camp, they have been sitting on a 24-hour hunger strike, and there are few students also from the FIUP program who are studying the BTech and the BMS course which was introduced last year. So they are sitting on hunger strike for the next 24 hours, and these are the professors who were questioning the autonomy of Delhi University. They clearly said that this is not a fight between FIUP, the 4-year course, and the 3-year course. It is a fight about the autonomy of Delhi University, and that is why they chose to take the legal help at this point of time. They had approached the Supreme Court, where clearly the Supreme Court had said that they have to take the legal route and go to the High Court, and tomorrow again there will be a petition that will be moved in the High Court regarding the same. And those professors are clearly mentioning that they had taken sufficient permission from UGC last year in July 2013 before implementing the FIUP, and clearly the diktat which is now being sent out by the UGC, the Delhi University, which is one of the most prestigious universities of the country, clearly cannot function in that manner. So clearly there is not only a fight between the UGC and the Delhi University, Preeti, there is also a fight between the supremacy of the UGC and the autonomy of Delhi University at this time.
What kind of comments are you getting in, Aditi, from the students around you? Can you pick up some comments there?
Absolutely. In fact, I have one more student who enrolled last year. You're also from FIUP. Clearly now it is a fight between the UGC and the Delhi University, where most of the students and the professors are demanding that there should be a rollback of last year's 4-year program.
See, I am one of those unfortunate students who has suffered due to this FIUP. Due to the fight between the UGC and due administration, the students are really suffering. Still, the thing is not clear that whether it is rolled back or not. And if it is rolled back, I want that, as AISA, All India Student Association, has proposed an alternative for those students who are already enrolled in FIUP structure. So we want that.
Exactly, Preeti. These are the questions the students are asking, that if FIUP is rolled back, how will they restructure the 4-year program into a 3-year course? Back to you, Preeti.
Okay. Well, appreciate you joining us, Aditi, there, because right here on Headline today, we would like to give the last word to the students there, because they are the ones who are getting the raw end of the stick here. We will continue getting our viewers the latest. Appreciate Amrita for joining us, ex-head DUSU and member of the Congress. Aditi, we'll of course keep coming back to you with that.